Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone garden. And before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a gardening friend. Okay, we have a whole bunch of dried limelight hydrangeas that I am going to be making into a wreath. They got a lot of cobwebs. I'm going to be making into a wreath from my sister's front door. I'm really on this wreath going to be trying to stick to as many dried elements as possible, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be processed, so let's just go through it together. All right, let me put some of these off to the side. I harvested these a while ago, and I basically did a method where I put them in like 1 to 2 inches of water at the base, and then I just brought them inside, kept them in like a nice dry, cool space, and then just let them take their time and dry out, and it worked really well. Okay, we're going to be starting with a wire wreath form, and I think I got this one from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I like these because you can reutilize them year after year. I'm also going to be working with some wire, some floral wire. I like to cut like shorter pieces at a time. I don't like to work with really long pieces. And basically what I'm going to be doing, this is a very simple process to work with, is I'm just going to be coming in, I'm going to be laying a couple of stems on the form, and then I'm going to just be wiring them in place. Once they're wired in place, I will remove the, I'll cut the extra stems off. So let me put you guys at a better advantage to see what's going on. Okay, I like to do usually groups of 3. I'm coming in here, and then basically I'm just going to take my wire, wrap it around a few times, and then secure it. I'm not looking for this to be like forever wreath. I just wouldn't want it to make it through a season. And then what I'll do, so I'll come back with the next one. That guy's really big. I think I need a little bit smaller. And I'll nestle it in, kind of pushing it down on the wreath. And then I'll work around that. And then I'll just keep adding. All right, and then I will come and I'll cut these extra sticks off just like that. And we'll keep working around. Now I have to admit, I've had a really hard time getting motivated for fall. I haven't even gotten any of my fall decorations out. And usually I'm all about it, y'all. But I don't know. Everything's been a lot lately, so I haven't been as motivated. It's going to happen, just not happening as quickly as it typically does for myself. But I was literally just eating my lunch, and I felt a burst of like energy to work on this wreath. So I'm skipping everything else I was planning for today and coming in and working on it because I think it's good that I'm motivated at this moment. This is going to end up being a pretty large and in charge wreath. But my sister has a good size like door. This is for my sister Elisa. She's got a good size front door. So I think it'll work good. And don't be afraid to wrestle with these a little bit. They'll be fine. Some of them are more brown and some of them are more of the green color. But I like the mix of that. And you can see that this really goes together pretty well as long as you've got all your elements in place. And it can definitely go very simple. Now, you could just do the limelight hydrangeas and they would be absolutely stunning. I'm going to push it a little bit forward because my sister Elisa prefers a lot of color. She's not really into like neutrals and stuff. So she's going to want, like this is way too neutral for her taste. She's going to want more color. Now, if you're more of a hot glue person, I definitely think you could hot glue this. And it would be lovely. And the wire I'm using is just like a basic like floral wire, florist wire. Okay. It's going to look a little bonkers. Oh. I'm going to put a nail. And we're going to hang this up so you can see what we want to continue messing with. I definitely think that there's some areas where I'm going to need to tuck in. Okay, I got some options. So my mom is really big into fall, and she was cleaning out a lot of her stuff, and she had a whole bunch of faux fall leaves that are in shades of blues and purples, which is totally my sister's vibe. So that was exciting. So we've got like a bunch of this. Look at that. The purples. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to pull some of this out, kind of go through what I've got in here. I do like a little bit of this corally color too, and it's got some pumpkins in it. And I'm going to use, basically I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue, I think, on the ends when putting these in. Oh, these are really pretty. Cool. Okay. And she sent some other stuff too. Oh, she sent lots of good stuff. This is great. Okay. I had picked up these. I have some deeper purple leaves. That's totally my sister's vibe too. Purple's her favorite color, just like mine. Except she likes to use it to decorate. I also have some of these cute little mushrooms from the Dollar Tree that I thought might be good tucked in a few places as well. They're like felt. I mean, not felt, like velvet. Okay, so I'm kind of excited. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to set my glue gun. I'm going to put on some pretty music, and I'm just going to let y'all watch me put this together. So let's go. I think the really important thing, projects like this, is to not overthink it. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be something that you love. And there's something about the hand making process that really just adds a lot of love and character to different things. I am putting the purple in last because I don't want it to get buried, because I do want it to be the most predominant color in this wreath. Glue strings all over me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the purple. And with the purple, I'm making sure I'm not putting it in just like its own negative spot. I'm making sure it's overlapping the other colors so that it becomes predominant, because it is on top of the other colors. So you see like right here, and see now how that one's like slightly over it. And it keeps the design from being too polka dot. Like just everybody in its own element. This forces them to start blending together. next thing I'm going to do with the color palette is bring in a little bit of these darker elements that are going to be tucked a little bit more towards the back. I don't want them, any of them in the front, but tucked a little bit at the back just to add a little bit of depth. And these are like a dark purple burgundy color that I think will just keep everything from being too light. And I don't have very many of this one. I think I only have like 6. So we'll just choose just a few areas to tuck them in. Oh, I cleaned myself. Woo! Looks good. Okay, some other elements I've got to play with. I think I want to put some berries in there. Got some eucalyptus elements that are kind of like wiry and like come out a little bit. Like I said, all these elements are like left over from my mom's decor in the past. So I'm real big on you don't have to go buy all new things. She changes up every few years, and so she just had a bunch of this stuff. Ask around to your friends, see what they have before you go buy a bunch of things. One thing that I think I am going to end up doing is once I'm done with the entire thing, I'm going to lay it flat down and add some more glue on the back to just really secure pieces as well. Okay, I love how the colors are blending. I don't have any more of that one particular berry. I only have this berry left. I think I can tuck a little bit of that in a few places too. Like I said, she prefers things that are like much brighter, so I don't want to get too dark with any of her stuff. She loves rainbow and color. All right, with that being said, I want to tuck in a few of these little mushrooms. Like something like that. Here's the deal, if I don't end up liking them, I'll just pull them out. Oh, I got the hot glue. Ow. That's gonna be a bad burn. Okay, we're gonna have to stop for a second. Blister. All right, from there, I think I'm gonna just tuck in. Also got these. I like the pinks. I might tuck some of those in too. More is more, y'all. And truthfully, it just feels good just to do stuff. Finally, I've got 2 types of ribbon. These are both from Michaels. They're both celebrate fall, autumnal ribbon. So it's like a purplish burgundy color. I just think it's really pretty. This one's like a champagne velvet. So I'm going to make a bow for that. And I'll show you how I make my bows. They're not fancy, so prepare yourself. So I'm basically just going to get my length of ribbon, and I usually just let the roll fall on the floor. Also going to get a length of wire, and I'm going to just layer these over each other like this. I'm going to leave some length for a tail, and then I'm just going to make a loop and a twist Make another loop, twist, make another loop. I think I'm going to make 6 loops total, just like that. Then I'm going to make sure that I cut, I'll clean up these tails at the end. Then I'm just going to go in and situate my ribbon the directions I want. It's going to be the front of my bow, so I want to make sure that my tails are both facing forward like that. And then all I do is go through the middle with the piece of wire. And tighten it up real good. All right. And then from there, we'll just do a little bit of fluffing. I don't need it to be perfect. I just need it for the color and the texture. That's the real goal. Like that. Let's attach it to the wreath. This is a pretty wreath. So somewhere around here, it's gonna be kind of loud and messy sounding when I'm messing with it. Might have to take it down. My ribbon around the metal structure and then pull it in like that. And then I'm just kind of reaching back here and trying to pull my ribbon tight, and then I'm twisting it to hold the bow in place. Okay. And then from there, I can spend some time fluffing, arranging, and allowing some of the elements to interact with the bow. I really like the color of that ribbon. All right, and then from there, I can cut this ribbon. And I'll cut the one ribbon shorter than the other, just to add a little bit more texture at the bottom. Got it placed. I ended up putting it here instead of the front door because it was just really too big for the front door. And so put it here. And this is the starter piece for the entire design for her front porch. So we will be working on that this Saturday. We're really going to be playing up this purple color in her front gardens. And that's why we incorporated some of that darker tone up here. So I'm going to be redoing a few little things. We're going to be tucking fresh pumpkins. I've got fresh pillows. And we're going to be doing some work over here. These 2 planters are going to get fountain grass and a bunch of stuff. So it's going to look nice. These are going to get replaced with lanterns. So I think the whole space is going to end up looking really, really good. Looks good. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel good. I feel good I did it, and now I feel more excited about fall after working on the wreath. I think that was extremely helpful. I like the colors. I like that I'll be able to work on a new porch that I've never worked on before, so that'll be really exciting. So I hope you guys will stay tuned. Probably that porch video will come out on Monday, would be my guess. All right, you all, have you started working on your porches for the fall? Let me know. Let me know what you're doing. If you're doing anything or not doing anything, either is fine. As always, make sure you like and comment on the video. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow the video and my channel so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check me out in my Patreon community. It's all things She's a Mad Gardener. all things gardening. And we are having a live on September 24th. We're going to be going through a bunch of seeds that I purchased from Seed Therapy, talking through them, why I got the seeds for the reasons I did. It'll be really fun because people get to ask questions and all that good stuff. So if you're interested, go check us out. The link is in the video description below. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.